Hello Virgo, welcome to your June tarot reading. I hope that May has gone peacefully and it has been productive for you. Let's get straight into your reading and see what June has for you. Just to let you know, if you haven't seen last month's reading, please go and have a look and see if it resonated for the month. Also, I started to fast forward the times where I was shuffling for your cards to fall. So I will be doing the same from now on. Here we go. Okay, Virgo, we've got some interesting cards here. It seems that there have been a lot of changes and shifts and kind of big moves for you. And the theme is kind of building now. So let's start with our first card. We have the Hermit, and the Hermit is actually one of your cards. It's a Virgo representation, and it talks about being introspective and going within to find the answers. It seems that on your path you have encountered many things that need processing now, rather than trying to push on regardless. It's looking at you, examining what you've learned and kind of filtering through what is useful and absorbing the lessons or the wisdom, if you like. The Hanged Man next to that indicates this is definitely a period of introspection for you. Through June, you'll be considering everything you've gone through. There are certain kind of cogs, if you like, of the universe that need to slip into place. We have the sacred geometry here in the pool of life, if you like, and this kind of will allow you to gain some perspective and will allow you to see how things are going to or will start to fit together. The universe has kind of put you on pause a little bit to look at things in a different way, to be able to see how things are working for you. The Five of Pentacles is interesting here because the Five of Pentacles speaks to me of a feeling of lack, feeling of being locked out, being abandoned, being unsupported. And sometimes this attitude can be based on reality, and sometimes it can be something within us that needs to be healed. So the Five of Pentacles is saying to you, look, you know, as much as you feel there is no one to call upon, there's nobody to help you, that you're always going to be in difficulty, the card indicates the key is there, the answer is there for you to unlock this door. You will be able to move through this period and kind of determine from the first two cards, your Hermit and your Hangman, exactly what it is that creates this scenario and how you can remedy it. Now we have the World card, which is amazing to see after the Five of Pentacles, as the World card pushes you through the porthole, if you like, into another dimension, into the next stage of your life. And in the original deck, as with this one in a different form, you have the elements, the sacred geometry at your disposal, and you see the flower of life in the middle of the circle here, which indicates that this is a new start for you. This is a brand new opportunity, and it's with full blessing from the universe. So I really feel as though you're working through all that you have acquired and learned and understood, to perhaps negate this feeling of not being supported or this feeling of lack, in order to push through and utilize everything at your disposal. Now, we do have the Five of Swords here, which indicates that you've been very much in your head, and perhaps there have been external battles as well, kind of a battle of words, a battle of thoughts or ideas, and perhaps it's been very wearing and stressful on you, because we also have the Five of Wands, so that manifests in the physicality as well. So this very much has been about how you think and how others think, and how you want to grow, how you want to create a foundation, if you like, how you want to express yourself. This has very much been the topic, and particularly as I see them underneath the Hanged Man and the Hermit. So the Hermit is very much the cerebral, the spiritual, and so we've got the swords here representing that. And then the Hanged Man is very much stopping you in your tracks for a moment to allow things to come into being or to slot into place. And then we have the Five of Wands. Now, as much as the Five of Wands can be a battle and stressful, I also see the wands as growth. And I also see the wood here as they can be used as a ladder. A ladder could be built from these wands to help you out of certain situations or certain thinking or whatever it is with you. I feel that the wands is a catalyst. It's a point at which things change. And change is exactly what we have here with the Death and Rebirth card. This is very powerful transformation, Virgo. We have the World card up here and the Death and Rebirth here underneath the Five of Pentacles. So something to do with this lack, be it in reality or in your kind of past experience or attitude or feelings. There's a definite shift coming here, and I really feel like the universe is supporting you in this change, because we have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is all your blessings, basically. It's the nourishment and the joy and the love and the support that we need and that we wish for. So it's quite a journey here through June, Virgo. I'm going to take some clarity cards and see what they have to tell us. Okay, some very stunning and powerful cards here, Virgo, for the clarity. Over the Hermit card, which is your introspection, kind of ruminating over your path so far, we have the Sun. Now, the Sun can be a representation of a young male figure in your life, but generally in the readings that I do, I see it as a representation of the universe trying to give you all of your blessings. It literally is, the best card in the pack in terms of support from the universe and all of your ships coming in at once, shall we say. So I think this is what you're considering. This is what has been on your mind, is how to achieve this happiness, this joy, this foundation. And it seems that it's on your path here, because I have the Ten of Cups yet again. It couldn't get any clearer than this. This is what is in the works here. Whatever project, career, or idea or something in process right now is taking you to this. It's taking you to your joy. And so to not get frustrated in this kind of downtime, not get frustrated in the apparent stop, but to realize that things, this is universal timing. Things need to slot into place, people to meet, things to happen in order for this joy and this abundance to come about. The Devil card over the Five of Pentacles, very interesting. Now the fives in the tarot are generally a catalyst for our growth, and then also so is the Devil card, because he is a mirror for all the negative aspects of ourselves, the things that hold us back, the way we hold ourselves back, and that could be greed, lust, addiction, obsession, all of the kind of things that we use to prevent our own joy. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. So something tells me that there's a feeling of undeservedness when it comes to your blessings. There's a feeling that perhaps you haven't worked quite hard enough, perhaps that somebody else deserves more than you do. And the Devil is a mirror, and he's coming to mirror that to you and to ask you to reflect on that, to introspect. So that's why we've got the Hermit and the Hanged Man, because we need some reasons, Virgo, why you may think that way, why you may think that you're alone in this journey, that you can't call on others for support. Sometimes we can all be a bit of a loner, but there are times where we need to negate our pride and reach out, because often others enjoy to give, enjoy supporting us. Our friends, our family are there to be asked. They are our soul group. They are the catalyst and the support system for our life plan. So have a look at where you're holding yourself back in this regard. Now, the Emperor over the World card. What a powerful, powerful energy. The Emperor is one who is the master tactician, if you like. He is able to manifest, and he does have influence. He has influence from the Empress, his muse, who is able to help him be creative, but he is the one that solidifies it, that puts it into action, that has all of the passion and the energy to make that happen. So what we have here is a massive push of energy that is going to enable you to manifest with your unique perfection, Virgo. The Six of Cups over the Five of Swords. Now, as I said in the first go around, the Five of Swords could be kind of mental battles or verbal battles. This is definitely something that perhaps needs a repair, perhaps needs looking into, gaining the perspective of the Hermit and the Hanged Man to see a different way, or perhaps others need to see you in a different way, because what we have here is balance, is retribution, is apology. It's also it can represent friends from the past, either from childhood or from past lives even. So as I was talking about before with the soul group and our assisters in our life path, we have somebody coming in here either from a long time ago in your past, or it's somebody who's been around you who needs to make some reparation with you in order to rebalance and redress what has gone on kind of mentally or verbally. This in turn leads to a kind of solidity, a stability rather, in your foundation. We have the Four of Wands here, and the Four of Wands represents being secure in your growth, being able to bank upon something. It sometimes represents engagements as well. It has the four pillars, the four corners. It's definitely a celebration of being able to feel secure and being able to build. And so these five wands kind of winds backwards a little bit into the four, but this is the solidity and the stability we want. And so you do get to build out of these ones here into something a little bit more stable. It's interesting coming after this reparation apology that this is what will be occurring for you. The Tower card on the Death and Rebirth. This is a very powerful change, Virgo. The Tower comes along to cleanse and to help you recreate. It alerts you to the things that are no longer valid or sustainable, or even that no longer serve you in your life. Sometimes we hold on to things because of tradition, we hold on to things because of sentimentality, but the universe sometimes kind of helps us to let go of the things that are perhaps going to pollute our future or give it an instability that will undermine all of our hard work. And we want that stability, as in the Four of Wands. And so you have this massive transformation here, the Wheel of Life and Death and the Tower, giving you this clean slate. What I've got here next is the Hierophant over the Ten of Cups, which is very interesting because we've also had the Six of Cups and the Four of Wands. Now, if there are any single Virgos out there who are looking for to solidify a relationship, this could well be the time through June where this kind of contract, this kind of security is coming in. It also represents, for me, the Hierophant also represents a spiritual initiation. So perhaps it's about your being able to receive, your being able to accept help, your understanding that, you know, it's all about flow in your spirituality, and not to put blocks. The Hierophant represents all that is traditional. It represents structure, so that could be government, religion, legal, and also marriage. So again, if you've got any single Virgos out there, or who are in a relationship that needs kind of securing, or, you know, is on that kind of brink, we may well see some change through June. And if it's about your spiritual growth, to do with your inner being and what you feel about yourself, we've definitely got a growth here with this kind of initiatory energy with the Hierophant here. Your spiritual growth is most definitely coming in abundance here. I'm going to draw you two advice cards now, Virgo. Okay, so what we have here is understanding. I mean, what a very beautiful card to represent the shift that is about to happen for you, Virgo. Obviously, we have the birds here who were caged, and they finally see, or at least one finally sees, that he is able to fly, that the opening in the cage has always been there, and he has just discovered that he is able to leave the confines of his emotion, of his mind, of his previous thinking, and fly with the other birds. And so for me, this is about you letting go perhaps of old thoughts and feelings, and maybe old wounds that don't belong in your life anymore. We've had the death and rebirth, we've had the tower, we've had the wheel. All of this is shifting you into a new mindset. And then we have exactly that. We have new vision. Now this card, I don't know if you can see very clearly, but at the bottom of the card there is a gentleman, I think, yes, a gentleman on his hands and knees. He is heavy with the world and is very much rooted in the physical, and he is worn down. And so what we then have is this burgeoning, almost like a phoenix, in kind of the rebirth of the phoenix. We have these beautiful golden wings, and then we have the man or woman rising out of those ashes. Now this is very much an encapsulation of all the cards you've had so far, in that we have the sacred geometry here represented behind, and we also have the representation of the base energy that you may have been dealing with, sitting in, working through, and then we have the universal kind of energy willing us on to create that which is within us. So Virgo, you do have this huge shift coming, and it's a very mental and emotional one, which will affect your foundation, your security, and your happiness. I'm going to pick you one outcome card now for the month of June. Okay, Virgo, I actually had two cards fall out for your outcome card, and I'm going to take them both for you because I feel that they are a continuation of the theme in this reading. We have the King of Swords and the King of Cups. Now the Kings represent an older male, potentially partner, potentially friend, brother, or even father. But essentially what I see is energy, and that energy represents the wisdom and the clarity and the intuition and the foresight of the King of Swords. And then we have the emotional expression and the balance and the heart wisdom of the King of Cups. And together, what I see here is you coming into balance, Virgo, with the heart and mind. I shall leave your reading there for you. Please let me know in the comments what that means to you, and how that resonates. I would be really grateful. And I'll see you next time.